I go back and I think about all the childhood memories and stuff, and we didn't make a lot of vacations and a lot of trips and do a lot of special things. It was, if we did, if we went to the beach, it was all about fishing. You know, we just didn't just go hang out very much.
We're not leisurely folks.
Yeah,
I
We're on
remember
a mission.
when we were kids, we got these things. People, they're not popular anymore. It's called a wet bike, but it looked like a motorcycle. It had these big skids, and you get up off the water. And they started off, the white one had, I don't know what, it'd run like 20 miles an hour. Then they got a red one that run 25. And then they got a silver one that run like 35 miles an hour. And I just remember being a kid. People always used to ask me when I was in my 20s and racing, like, how, your dad, most people picture fishing. I mean, I think it's evolved over time. But back then, people pictured fishing as you sat on the creek bank with a cane pole and a bobber, which is awesome. We all love that. But fishing's a little bit different than that. You're like, how do you go from your dad fishing, because that's the picture they had in their mind, to driving a race car? And so he had these wet bikes, and I was just a little kid. I was probably 7 or 8 years old. He'd throw me on the front of that thing, and he'd go out there wide open, jumping waves, laying that thing down, scaring us to death. And I was like, well, how do you not become a race car driver when that's how you're raised? You know?
He was an adrenaline junkie, and he got us on the edge. He would put us at our utmost fear, on those things, 3-wheelers and wet bikes and everything else. It was all about going to the limit.
I can remember, one time as a kid, you got a boat in for the year of bass fishing, and we got that thing in the garage, and you got ratchet straps, and you jack it up on the rafters to get it up off the trailer, and we sanded down the back and then re-cleared it and got it all smooth. And I went for a ride in that thing with you, and I thought, if we make it back to the ground, I'm never getting in the water again. This guy's crazy. That thing was running like 65 miles an hour back then with a 150, and it was chiming. I thought, we're going to flip end over end before it's over with.
Yeah, I've been in that situation.
You have. I almost lost you one day. Your little hind end. You didn't weigh nothing, and we hit a wave, and he came out of the seat. And I grabbed him by his belt as he was going out of the boat and put him back in the seat. So,
and I'm like, we were just having fun fishing. But for some reason, we had to go 79 miles an hour from one hole to the next.
No matter what.
I've matured. I don't do that with my grandkids. I've made sure, Boone, we had the life jackets on every time. We ran about 40 miles an hour, and I got a 21-foot Z boat now, but we don't need to go fast. We don't need to go.
Right. It was all about scaring us.
Yeah. Well, it's funny, though, how you change when you get older. You get more protective. And them grandbabies, I'm very protective with you guys, man. Throw the mud on the wall. Hopefully it'll stick.
We were disposable, right?
I don't know.